How you doing? How you doing? How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Patty, and as you can clearly see behind your mans, we have fixed all the technical issues, and we can bring you some 100 soul once again. So, what we want to kind of do here today is talk about all the basic stuff in the game that we've been figuring out over the past couple of days. We're going to do some more videos. I went ahead and grabbed the three different types of equipment that they have for sale right now, each for $5, and I'm going to do a video this weekend kind of showing all those weapons and just talking about it a little bit. This game is so much fun, y'all. If y'all didn't see any of my previous videos on this, this is like if Monster Hunter had a baby with gacha games, okay? So if you're one of my Dragon Raja people and everything, this is not an MMO. There is not really any social stuff in this game. It's more like a traditional gacha where you are essentially PvP and Guild Wars are you fighting the AI teams that other real people have built. So it's not like, live PvP against other people. If you look at like games like Summoner's War, they didn't have that World Arena for like 5 years after they launched. So it's kind of a cool if you got it thing in gacha games, but not necessary. So it's so much fun. Let's get into a couple of things real quick. So as you see, there's two people standing behind me. These are your companions. There's a set number that you get through the story mode. That's some of these people you're seeing here. Damn, girl. Karen. We get a Karen. Yo, those managers aren't ready. My girl Karen showing up. And then as you can see, some of these people down here have blue crystals under them. And these are the ones that are... you basically have to, spend gems and everything in a cash shop to be able to get them or buy them when they come around. I actually spent a little bit of money in the game so far, as we kind of already touched on. They have a similar leveling pack where every time you hit certain level brackets, they'll give you rewards. And then from the armor packs and stuff that we bought, I think some gems came with them, and you get a bunch of gems too. So it's 7,500 gems to unlock a champion in the store. And then you have to basically come here to this menu, and once you see they're at like 100, click on them, and it'll let you summon them. It took me a day and a half to find out how to actually get my TO after I had paid for it. So it's not laid out the most clearly. Like, oh, you got these pieces. You want to go make the person now? That'd have been nice. That'd have been nice. So since we talked about the cash shop a little bit, let's go ahead and take a quick look at this. One of the things that... okay, so we got the starter package, these three, and then does it show... I guess it doesn't show it if you already got... but there's the level basically 1 through 25 level up package is what I got. And so between those things, got a good amount of gems. So if you want to actually get any of these companions, I see a lot of people suggest getting Tio first. Lady Grey is another one that I really almost got her instead of Tio. But these guys are very, very good. Slows and frees enemies. This is a game where boss fights are hard. Like it's like Dark Souls or Monster Hunter where you really got to be on your toes. You can't be getting caught with them hands, boy. So someone that slows and frees, that's going to give you A, more forgiveness time when you do mess up, and then B, more time to beat them up because, their reaction times are slow. So nothing too crazy. Pretty standard stuff in the gacha shop. I do not recommend people use these, or at least don't spend your gems on these summons. There's other stuff that is more valuable, and we'll try and do a spending guide or a resource management guide or something along those lines. And then another resource that you get when you do spend money is you get crowns you cannot buy crowns outright. You get crowns from buying stuff through the shop in the game. Super interesting thing about this is if your eye didn't catch this first one right here, you expand, like, your energy is capped at 50. This expands it by 50 3 times. Okay? That is huge for a gacha game. Because every time you refresh, and the just normal amount of energy that you recuperate, having 150 more eventually is pretty substantial. Not a lot of other gachas do any system like this where you can increase your stamina. The stamina is one of the things that they usually fight people on for years, and then unless you're Raid Shadow Legends and you raise your level cap with no stamina boost. What? Anyways, let's not get into that. There's a reason you don't see raid videos anymore here. Anyways, this is a super interesting. One of my biggest and favorite things about this game is it feels like a console level action game that you're playing on your phone. And one of the things that's most impressive about them bringing an ARPG with a gacha mechanic system is that the amount that you can upgrade and build out your skills or build out your armor and everything, and the depth to that system, most like action games don't have anything close to that. They'll have, like, okay, you get some gear, you get some new skills, and then that's pretty much it. If there's an RPG system to it, half the time that level is just arbitrary. You know what I mean? You get most of your skills and everything in the first couple of hours, and then that's it. Let's go ahead and take a look at this so that you hear me just rambling less about it. So this is all my gear that I have right now. If you go in and look at gear, you can upgrade it just like you would in normal gachas where you're leveling up your weapons and everything. Once they get up to +9 of whatever T number they're on, so this one's on T3 right now. When I get to +9 T3, when I upgrade it again that 10th time, it'll go to T4. So there's different tiers that your weapon goes through, and as your weapon goes through these tiers, you unlock more skills. As you enchant it to higher levels, you unlock more skills. Like if we look at the game weapon that the game starts you with, we can see that I don't have as many things. So and this is true for both the weapons and the gear. The gear is also works in the same way where you're leveling it up. It goes through different tiers. You can enchant it, which raises the percentage on all the substats and all the fun stuff there. And then both the enchant and the upgrade level feed into when you unlock skills and everything. So that's a very engaging system that a lot of action games completely fall on their face when trying to implement and bring in RPG elements. So the combination of these two genres is beautiful. You might be wondering, Patty, where are we going now? This is cool. So each weapon that you have, and it's not weapon type either, it's literally each weapon that you have is going to have its own set of missions, and when you complete those missions, you get medal points, and when you get enough medal points, that then starts, adding more stuff to your weapon, to that piece of equipment. Like that is, for there to be, essentially 3 different progression methods for weapons and armor and everything. That's really cool. To me, that feels like there's going to be a lot of life to this. There's, over 10 weapon types in the game, and then I don't know how many, versions of each weapon or how deep all of that stuff goes. But in terms of the amount of mileage that you get out of individual components in an action game, this is doing an amazing job of just giving you a lot to work with and giving you a good sense of progression. So big fan of that right there. Another thing that we want to touch on real quick is Pandora. So this is something where if you look at the top here, we've got a couple of different resources. If you spend some of these, there's information on the Discord that kind of breaks down the different, how many of the the materials you can contribute and what that is most likely going to put out at, and the different gambling rates essentially, because that's more or less what this mode here is. You put in, neither one of these are finished. Which one's going to be cheaper for me to complete? Oh wait, are you done? Hey, cool. So do we get anything cool out of this? By the way, I have no idea what on this animation I need to look for it to be amazing, but hey, that's more T3 gear, boy. We'll take that all day. All day. Alright, so once you have one of these that's not currently waiting for a cooldown, wait, is this one done too? Yeah, okay. What we get. You can get armor, you can get gear out of this. I don't think you can get companions, but, ooh, how's that belt doing? Okay. Was hoping for a DPS belt, but we'll take a whole bunch of damage mitigation. That's fine. Alright, so essentially the ways these work, and I've got it set right now to where I'm putting 60 in each time. It goes up each time you complete it. If you are shooting for, only legendaries, I think it's, 210, 210, 210. It's going to take a little while to work up there. One of the people, moderators on the official Discord, their personal suggestion is just go, 30, 30, 30. It's best chance to get any kind of gear. It's essentially like a neutral pool from what I understand. But we're not going to do that, because I want to see if that cap goes up each time you put in the full amount that's possible, because that's what it seems like so far. So, or maybe it's specific to each of the Pandora's box clocks, the Pandora things, whatever, the creation clock, excuse me. Interesting names, guys. So this is an interesting little system that I haven't seen in other gachas. I'm not going to say it's brand new, because it probably isn't, but it's at least not something I've come across and been familiar with. So be careful about your resource spending in that. If you're someone that likes to spend money in these games, please be careful, boo. There's a lot of free-to-play love and action to be done here. And one of the things that I really want to hammer on, for those that haven't tried it yet, is this is later on in the game, and even some of the early on fights, I got beat up by the second boss they make you fight like 3 times, and then the next day I came and beat him in one shot. I just had to sit on all that pent up frustration for a day and came back and showed him what for. But you can't essentially, buy the reaction time, buy the skill that you need to fight these bosses and, exploit the weaknesses that each boss has and have the ability, to down them, because there's some stuff that you can't, just steamroll unless you're at an absolutely ridiculous level. But if you're one of our Dragon Raja people, they can't then come bully you, so you're still safe here. It's fine, boo. So yeah, this game's just so much fun. Okay, we're only at 13 minutes. We can show a little bit more gameplay. Alright, so I'm actually, let's take a look at our loadouts real quick, because I want to use the honest loadout. Alright, this is our honest loadout. You might be asking, why is this one the honest? Our power's only at 2,000. 4,400 and 4,100. This is the stun set, and this is the aerial set. So we'll be doing a follow-up video where we get into the different armor types and what that means and how it affects gameplay and everything. But for right now, we're going to go with, the stuff the game gave us. Where was that other... So we got a new belt. Don't have one of these yet. I swear, was it one of these things that we just got? Frost Defender. That does give us all attack boost by 9%. Ooh, that's already given us that 9%. Tough luck, bud. Tough luck. Yeah, we're gonna keep the fire burster on for right now. Alright. So we'll roll out with this. Nothing crazy overpowered. The allies or companions give you, the one I have is like 800, so that's where, I'd be around like 1,600 score right now if I hadn't spent the gems to get her. So her aside, this is pretty Pretty free to play right here. She's flying a little dragon. Look at that. Look at that. Alright. How you doing, bud? Do a little slashing, little slashing. Oh, they are coming for me. Ooh. Okay, I like that. That was actually the first time I've used the fire blaster. I forgot that I had the kick thing equipped before. Excuse me, girl. Man, it's just rude. Alright, so these two things flying over here is our ally skills. You want to blow them up real quick? Alright, alright. And I'm still getting hit in the face. And that man dead. That man dead. There should be a little boss that spawns after these guys. Come on. Where you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Roll to the back of them. See if we can get some slices back there. There we go. Ooh. Alright. I'd like you to go ahead and knock everybody up in the air. Get you to go ahead and rain down your pain real fast. And we'll pop our E and try and do some slicey. Oh, and the final death grab. This game's so much fun. Keep an eye out this weekend, because I'm definitely going to try streaming this one. Just because it's very active, it's very fun. I can keep doing this for a while, and it's not, you know, as much of an auto fest as some other games. Other games, it would be difficult to stream and, you know, be super active and doing something the whole time. This is a game that requires you to be a lot more hands-on and would let me feel engaged. And yeah, well, I just like the idea of trying to stream this a little bit more. So keep an eye out for a stream. We're going to try to do that this weekend along with getting out all of our other content. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the game. Keep an eye out. We'll have a guide for all of the different weapons and everything, and whether or not buying that stuff from the store was worth it or not. Yeah, I appreciate y'all's faces. Thank you so much for stopping by. You're going to catch your boy on the next one, because we out of here. All right, y'all. Deuces.